gonna have this conversation right now. King Legend Talk. Legend. King Legend Talk. Talk. King Legend Talk. Legend. King Legend Talk. You are now tuned in to King Legend Talks.
All right, y'all. This your boy King Legend 757, and today we got the one and only Micah in the building. He.Rose.Festival. How does it feel? This is the end of the day, man. How does it feel?
I'm trying to think of something funny to say. So imagine that first time in 95-degree weather when you first jump in a pool.
Yeah, that's refreshing.
Exactly. Now I am refreshed. This event, planning it was a new journey for me. It was something new, something I've never done before. Seeing it all come together is like a weight lifting off my shoulder. And it's a refreshing experience because now I feel that desire, that burning desire to continue this, to continue to bring people to the kingdom.
Absolutely. You know, we interviewed your parents earlier, and they were so just proud of you, you know, to see what you were able to do and your obedience to God, man. It was a beautiful thing for them to see. For you, how does it feel to have that call or that tug at your heart and you just go and you see the results of it?
It's scary, man. This all started in the living room of one of my pastor's houses. That idea, and it took a lot of like praying and planning. I remember, like you brought up my parents. I remember like driving in the car to baseball games with my mom, playing like J. Cole, Waka Flocka, stuff like that, trying to get game ready. And that all kind of faded away as I listened to Christian hip hop. So now seeing the fruit of it and seeing how it can expand to other people and how they can be influenced by it is really just amazing to see. And this is something that was in the works for a while. Like I just didn't know it. I didn't know it.
Now we're in Columbia, Maryland. Why here?
So the venue is actually sponsored by a pastor that I know and met at a marriage conference. The marriage conference is called Eusebia, and it's every year in October, and it's a wide range. Like you got married couples that's been married for 40 years. You got couples that's been married for 6 months there. We met, we hit it off, and like ever since then, he's just been pouring into us and other younger couples. And it's really just been like, hey, if you're doing it for the kingdom, like let's make something happen. And I really appreciate Emmanuel Temple Church in Columbia, Maryland, for just supporting us, supporting this mission and this vision.
I can only imagine through this process you had a lot of wow moments, like God really showed up type moments. Can you think of a moment where it just probably almost made you cry?
So at the beginning of it, the very beginning of it, because it was me and my wife, we were planning it, and I had talked to the pastor from the side. I went to her, came back, was like, hey, I think this is what we can do. And I was just hesitant because I didn't know anybody in the industry. And as I started like calling around, like finding people, finding who to talk to, things like that, I was just like, I was losing faith. I'm not gonna lie, I was losing faith a little bit. But then there was just moments of clarity. It was just confirmation. And I talked to Jeremiah, and he came back and was like, hey, we got some good news. And that moment right there, I was at work, and I was just like, this is gonna happen. And like I didn't cry, right? But I could feel like my inside was jumping for joy. I started like sweating. I called my wife. I called a couple other artists that was here because I talked to them about it, and things just ball and rolling from there.
Now, did you ever have a moment where it was like stamped, like it ain't no turning back now?
Yeah.
Like this is it?
Yeah, when we booked Scooty Wop.
Okay.
Because at that point, like I was like, you know what, this is gonna happen. And now I had the supporting cast because me and Willie 15, we attend church together. I played basketball with Knicks and AC Wells, and they was already like, yeah, like let's do it. Willie 15 was one of the first people who was like, bro, just do it. So once all of that, he's just like, all right, bro, I gotta do it. Nobody else is. I'm not gonna say nobody else is gonna do it, but a lot of people, when there's people that have done it, but it was different because it was like local artists and it was like different wave. I shouted them out. Fantastic. Josie is awesome. I wanted to kind of put a spin on that, still shout out to local artists, but I wanted to bring somebody nationally because Broccoli Fest, Dreamville, things like that, there's multiple festivals. It's time for us to start that.
Absolutely, man. So seeing it all come together in this moment, this very second, how do you feel?
I got an 8-month-old, so I'm ready to go to sleep. But in reality, like, there's still people here.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are still here, that means I accomplished my mission. People are connecting. Our new artists are connecting, like, with each other. There's going to be more music made from this. So I feel like I'm good. I feel good about it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure y'all saw me running around like crazy.
Yeah, you was turning up out there too, man.
Yeah, I had to sneak a couple moments in.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to let this pass me. Like, we're here for this moment right now. We don't know what tomorrow has in store for us. So
Absolutely. And
took all the time I could.
that's what some people kind of forget. Like, you get so busy with all of the how this is supposed to work and the actual structure that you kind of forget to have fun in the process.
Yeah.
I saw you out there earlier actually having fun. Like, it was a moment where you were just out there like, hey, just like, really enjoying yourself. And I was just happy that you were able to have that moment.
I am too. Especially, I was waiting for Knicks to play Fisher's a Men because that song has been buzzing. Especially that first line, she's trying to come to my city, show me what's up.
Yeah.
Repent, like that right there is what I was like, hey, I'm getting on that stage. So,
Absolutely. And anything to look forward to in the future for He.Rose, the festival?
I might give a sneak peek. Somebody has been asking us to do this in October. So we might do a part 2 in October. But stay tuned for that. More info will be on Instagram, things like that. But we are planning to do this, if it's not October, next year.
Wow, man. Like we always say, God willing, it's going to happen.
God willing. That's it.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for your time today and just putting this all together as well, man.
Of course. And safe travels, man.
Thank you. All right, that's it. Another one on King Legend Talks.